Let's talk about this new and improved Super League. Is the Super League still alive, Sim? There's been some rumours floating about over the past 24 hours. This one is from, I don't even know, they're a German publication. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, but their points are no permanent clubs in the Super League, clubs to qualify on a domestic performances. All leagues in Europe can qualify, and there'll be a second division with 20 other clubs, and the ESL will provide financial help for fans to attend away games.
So, by the way, this is a German publication claiming that they've got access to confidential documents that claim that the Super League is still they're trying to make the Super League work, basically, and this is the new proposed Super League, which is about to come about. That's what they claim. We don't know if it's true. I don't know how reliable they are, but this is what they're saying, this German publication about the European Super League. And look, as much as whenever anyone mentions Super League, everyone gasps and goes back. Look, I was never against the idea of a Super League. I'm just against what they were trying to implement in April, which would have killed football. It would have killed competition in the Premier League, the domestic league, and it would have killed the football pyramid. And I was completely against that. I wasn't completely against taking power away from UEFA and all that kind of stuff. I think football does need a bit of a shake-up in that sense. So I'm not against that. I'm not against any sort of Super League whatsoever just because it's called a Super League. I'm against it. That's not the case. Yeah. I'm just against what they proposed in April. I thought it was horrible and disgusting. But this, look, I have to obviously see what the full plan, the full details of what when it comes out and all that kind of stuff. But just on the basis of what that's saying, a 20-person league. Obviously, right now there are 32 teams in the Champions League, in the group stages. So if you cut that down to 20, it's a much more refined competition in a 20-man league. I don't know if there'll be knockouts at the end or anything, or it's just a league season. Are you adding and literally an extra league season to teams in midweek? Is it going to go further? Because I can't imagine if it's home and away, it's another 38 games.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's a bit crazy. How many games right now is in the Champions League if you go all the way to the final? So you're playing
6 games in the group.
6 games in the group, and then its last 16 is 2, so that's 8. Quarterfinals is 2, so that's 10. Semi-finals 2, 12, and then final is 13 games. Yeah. So that's an extra 5 games. That's crazy.
The amount of games is purely crazy, but the actual idea of the in comparison to the last Super League is night and day.
It still needs to be refined. I think.
Yeah, but they're on the right track.
That is more in line of what I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. What would be acceptable in terms of, anyone in the league can qualify for it. It changes. No one has a set position. I kind of like the idea of a more refined competition with more games against the top teams, which will be good, which will be fun. I think that'll be nice. And an actual league as well, which I feel like if you have because the Champions League, a lot of luck comes into it. If you have a league like that, there's no luck. It's just whoever's the best wins. You know what I mean? You can get a lucky draw in the Champions League where, you know what I mean, where you get a good run to the final or something. It rarely happens, but it can happen. You can fluke like we did. We fluked our way to the final, and and you can end up winning it. It doesn't mean you're the best team in Europe if you win the Champions League. Mm-hmm. But in that kind of competition, that would really set a bar as if you win that, you are no one can.
Yeah, you can't knock it.
Yeah,
you can't.
But how do you add an extra 25 games to the calendar? You can't. So I don't know if a 20 club league is the answer.
Maybe it should be 2 divisions of 10 teams.
Yeah, maybe that would be because what's that? You're adding an extra. Then you would be adding an extra. So 18 towards you. Then you're only adding an extra 5 games.
That's what I'm saying. So the thing is though, in comparison to what they're trying to do there, let's say it's 10 games or 20 games,
for
whatever.
10 teams, then who do you decide gets in? You know what I mean? It's so difficult.
Yeah, but I'm saying if this is going to be the way forward, again, instead of the Champions League, that means no knockout football in Europe, which doesn't sit right with me as well. You need knockout football. I mean, that's what makes it all so exciting.
Yeah, it would be it would be definitely difficult to have no knockout football. Yeah, because that's where like the real dream nights are made of. Obviously you get in league format, you get unbelievable.
No extra time, no penalties, no
Yeah.
drama. You know what I mean? Yes, of course, there's going to be drama like later on in the league when it gets all.
Yeah, but we in the Premier League, we love it, don't we? We love.
Yeah, of course, we love the Premier League, but the Champions League offers us something that different. You know what I mean? Champions League is proper special. Like those nights in the Champions League, those knockout nights, which you'll never get again. You'll never get those nights that we had in Ajax and those nights we had in Man City. You know what I mean? Those nights won't happen.
Unless, they get replaced with, winning away to get 3 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not the same,
so it's
is
just
it?
basically they're basically adding another league, but in Europe. It's going to be the same as the Premier League, just with better teams.
Yeah, and if it's 20 teams, you're pretty much taking 12 teams right now out of the Champions League and then making it a 20-team league, and that league would be bloody strong. That would be a tough league, to compete in, which would make it all the more interesting and all the more better when you do get wins and you're doing well in that league. That would be very, very exciting. But I just can't see how it's possible to add 25 games to the calendar.
Yeah,
I can't see how that's possible. Maybe a 15-person league, because 10 is 10 enough. It's like you need two Spanish teams, at least two Spanish teams, and you need two Italian teams, and then
no, I think you do 2 leagues of 10 each.
What with promotion relegate with
a Super League A and a Super League B,
and then goes into knockout.
Potentially then go into knockout, but then that's creating even more games. But I was thinking like similar to what they're having here, instead of 2 divisions of 20 each, 2 divisions of 10 each.
Right. Well then. Okay, and then the teams in the lower 10, who is that? Is that like, and then you win this?
I'm not sure how they're going to qualify for it, because they haven't stated.
Is it like the champions go into A and the people who finish like 3rd and 4th go into B? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe the champions go into A and the runners up go into B, or something like that. Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Because I think a 20 team league, A and B, it's just too much. It's just too many games. You can't play 2 seasons in one.
You can't.
It's just too much.
It's not possible.
No.
You can't add an extra 25 games. There's nowhere to. Well, right now, we're looking at the current calendar, right? Even now till like December, and there's 2 games a week. If you're in the cup and you're in Europe right now, you'll get 3 games a week at the moment.
Yeah,
like non-stop.
Unless the Conference League, the Super League teams like go out, veto the League Cup or something like that.
And even then, there's not enough. It's not.
Because you're taking away the Champions League or European competition. You'll take away the League Cup, then maybe it is enough.
Just by doing
you're taking
that.
away all pretty much the midweek games, aren't you? By taking away the League Cup and Europe.
Yeah, but you don't play an extra 25 games.
No.
As we said, you play
how many games is the League Cup all the way through?
That's you start off with last 32, last 16, last quarterfinal, semi-final 2 games, and final 6 games.
6 games, and what did we say the Champions League was?
If you got to the final, it's 13.
And the Europa League is even longer than the Champions League, isn't it? It's a round longer.
So 15. That's 15 in Europa League, 13 in Champions League. But that's only if you get to the final.
Yeah.
This would be every team.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
True, yeah.
So I don't know. How I would like to see what people.
Josh Wigan in the comments says you're not reading it correctly, lads. It's 16 games.
What's 16 games?
That's not what we see here. It doesn't say it's any games, to be honest. Did you have the actual article there?
I do have the article here, actually, yeah.
So what's that saying?
It's a Super League with 20 teams and a second league with 20 teams for which all clubs could fully qualify would be possible, they say. The Super League would wooze the audience with its own fan charter. Fans should receive grants to travel to away games. At the final game, 70% of the seats are to be reserved for the fans and the finalists. For half of the fan tickets, the prices should be limited to a maximum, whatever that means. The league wants to break the supremacy of UEFA which is both the regulator and the sole host of the tournament in European football. In other sports such as ice skating, the class, whatever.
Sorry, what? Ice skating?
They're talking about the makeup of it. One sec. The Super League expects the judges in Luxembourg to judge the same in football. Behind the scenes, significantly more clubs are expressed interest in the project than publicly known. Yeah, it doesn't say too much else about the format. They're just claiming it's 20. It's the Super League with 20 teams and a second league with 20 teams, which all clubs could freely qualify from. That's what they're claiming. And unless it's not home and away, I don't know how. Unless it's the fixtures are done in a different way.
Neutral venue.
Maybe there's neutral venues. Maybe that's what it is, and then that cuts it in half. It's only an extra 19 games.
What would you say to if it was just one game in a neutral venue?
That's getting there because then you're playing 19 extra games, which is if you get to the final 6 extra games. I mean, still a lot. 19 extra games. I mean, I don't know how you fit it all in. The Champions League is a good format. Maybe I don't know.
Plus the added international breaks, 3 games a week in that. You know what I mean? 3 games every international break. As Brian Daigle says, we're all going crazy about the extra international games added to normal 2-game international break. How can we possibly think playing an extra 20 games is acceptable? Injuries will happen.
Well, it's an extra 20 games if it's home and away, 20-person league, 20-team league. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the right format is.
I think ultimately we need more information on this because we don't really know the ins and outs completely. But I think that when you're trying to compare it to the last Super League,
I'm much more in favour of that.
It's much better.
It's going in the right direction, although there's more games. It's going in the right direction because at least now it still keeps up that domestic competition. It still allows, in the rules anyway, that other teams could qualify for it, which is fine. It's not a closed shop as much as the other one was, and it also would be an exciting competition to be in as much as it would be extra games. But they just need to find a way because the workload would be crazy. Yeah, maybe 10 teams. I don't know. But then you're thinking, is it enough? Is there enough teams in there? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't see why not.
At the moment, there's 32 teams in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you're cutting out 12 teams.
Yeah.
So you have to decide who qualifies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because what would you want a quarter of those teams to be English? Because you want 4 or 5? Because the Super League was going to be 5 English teams, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's very true. I think we really need to know more information about this before we even comment more on it, because it's just all hearsay at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just all rumours, and you don't know if it's true. But
we need some proper
that's the
facts. We need some proper facts and proper information.
I don't think this is going away anytime soon, though. As much as people say.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to happen eventually.
All we can ask for is them to make improvements and for it to go in the right direction and for them not to ruin football. You know what I mean?
Correct. And I've got no issue with them taking power away from UEFA and all that kind of stuff. I've got no issue, and Sky and all that, BT, whatever. I've got no issue with that. That's all good.
Newcastle will probably get in the Super League before us now.
Yeah, we're gonna be the fall guys, aren't we? Bloody well. At least maybe now we're above Arsenal in the UEFA.
Or maybe Arsenal will be the fall guys.
Yeah, we're above Arsenal in UEFA coefficients now.
And we got a bigger stadium than them.
Exactly.